When you think of Dubai, your mind immediately jumps to glittering skyscrapers, golden sports cars, and shopping malls larger than some cities. But hidden just beyond the skyline is an entirely different kind of luxury. A world where endless golden dunes stretch across the horizon. And silence has a beauty of its own. Not your average safari ride. This wasn't just about the drive. This was about making a statement. A private driver in local Emirati attire welcomed us with cold towels, dates dipped in gold, and a chilled bottle of imported sparkling juice. The city disappeared behind us, replaced by waves of amber sand. Time seemed to slow down. A personal butler, ready with a warm shawl as the desert breeze picked up. It was like someone had predicted every possible comfort you might need, and made sure it was already waiting for you. There was a falconry demonstration, not a touristy show, but a private session where we held one of the royal birds, learning its history and role in Emirati life. Henna artists painted delicate designs on our hands, and a local storyteller shared myths of the desert passed down through centuries. In every moment, you could feel the balance, tradition and modern elegance, side by side. But if you truly want to feel what it's like to blend royalty with nature, to experience a moment that feels crafted just for you, go luxury. Because once you've seen the desert like this, you'll never look at luxury the same way again. We even had the option to sleep in a luxury tent suite with air conditioning, an in-suite bathroom and glass walls for uninterrupted views of the stars. Who knew you could experience the rawness of nature without giving up an inch of luxury? A photographer capturing cinematic moments against the sunset, and when night fell, something magical happened. The stars came out, not one or two, but millions, scattered across the dark desert sky. Unlike big tourist camps, there were no crowds, no noise, just personalized artistry under the open sky. It didn't feel like a tour. It felt like an invitation into a world very few get to see. No light pollution, no sounds, just you and the universe. We lay back on plush cushions, sipping saffron tea, while a local musician played the oud, its sound drifting through the cold air. Mixing with the flicker of lanterns and the soft crackle of the fire, the noise, the traffic, the chaos, gone. In the desert, there's only stillness and a kind of silence that speaks volumes. This is where the true soul of Dubai lives, the desert. And today, we're re-experiencing it like only the rich and famous do, in a way that combines ancient traditions with five-star indulgence. But something had shifted. The desert wasn't just sand and silence. It was luxury in its purest form. Not loud or flashy, but calm, vast, and timeless. In a city known for its extravagance, the most unforgettable experience wasn't tea in a skyscraper or a shopping mall. It was out here where the only ceiling is the stars and the only soundtrack is the wind. The adventure truly began with dune bashing, a heart-racing ride through the ups and downs of the desert's ever-shifting landscape. But unlike the rough group tours, this was smooth, calculated, elegant. The driver was a master, almost like a dancer navigating through waves. With every turn, the view changed. And it wasn't just fun, it was cinematic. Something about being alone in the middle of nowhere, watching the sun cast long shadows on the dunes, feels deeply grounding and at the same time luxurious. After the thrill, we arrived at a hidden desert oasis, an exclusive camp built for no more than a handful of guests, not your usual tents and mats. This was high-end hospitality at its finest. Think designer furniture, fine Persian rugs laid out under the stars, chandeliers hanging from canopies, and staff dressed in white robes, serving international gourmet dishes. We were welcomed with fresh Arabic coffee and rose water to wash our hands, a traditional gesture of hospitality. Then came the feast, a private chef grilling lamb infused with spices passed down through generations. And desserts you'd normally only see at Michelin star restaurants. But it wasn't just the food. It was the feeling of being catered to at every step. As the temperature dropped, the camp transformed. Warm blankets, portable heaters, and hot cocoa appeared from nowhere. But this safari wasn't just about comfort. It was about culture. Wow. The night ended with a firelit performance, a private show that included belly dancers, tanura spinning, and flamethrowers, choreographed exclusively for us. As we drove back, the city lights slowly came back into view. For anyone visiting Dubai, the desert safari isn't optional. It's essential.